nothing to it. Real one, ain't nothing to it. Boss, ain't nothing to it. Nothing to it.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my labor and delivery experience. So if you guys are interested, make sure you keep watching. A lot of people have been asking me like, how is my labor and the experience I went through. So I was just like, I'm going to make a video about it to fill you all in. I just remember it all happening so fast, so forgive me if I seem like I don't know what I'm talking about because this happened like 4 months ago. I wanted to do it earlier, but I'm just tell y'all from what I remember exactly. I remember it being like maybe late at night. I remember it being maybe 11, 12 o'clock at night. It could have been later. And my face went numb, ended up going numb. And I was like, basically trying to figure out like, you know, why does my face feel like this? It feels like I went to the dentist, and you know how they drug your mouth, make sure you can't feel what's going on whenever they pull your teeth out or something like that. That's what happened, and it scared me because that never happened to me before. So I ended up calling my OB, and they told me to come in right away to make sure that I'm not having a blood clot. That may seem so far off from my mouth going now, but I have sickle cell, so when stuff like this happens, it is so weird. They have to make sure that there's nothing else going on, especially with me being pregnant. I went to labor and delivery, and they basically ran a test on me. Everything came back fine. I wasn't having a blood clot, but on the way out, they noticed that my baby's heart rate began to drop. As this was taking place, the whole nurse staff, everybody just came rushing into my room trying to get this baby's heart rate back up. And deep down inside, I'm just freaking out, trying to figure out like, oh my God, what's going on? Is my baby gonna be all right? Stuff like that. And I turned from side to side. I don't know, I think that's a way of getting the heart rate to come back up. And it worked, it came back up. After that, the doctor was like, we want to keep you here because that's not normal, and we need to keep a close eye and make sure that doesn't happen again. When I got admitted, they took me up to a regular room as if I was going to give birth. So I was just like, oh God, like, please let my baby be fine, because I'm only 28. I think I was 27 weeks at that time whenever I first got there. And I remember her heart rate just dropping maybe 5-6 times after that. Nurses coming in, rushing in, trying to get this baby heart rate back up, and they're just trying to figure out what on earth is going on. This is not normal at all. Like, she's trying to come early and you're only 27 weeks. So in my mind, I'm freaking out. I'm just looking up stuff online, which is like the worst thing to do ever. Like, guys, when you're pregnant, don't look up stuff online because it never happens the way you read it, basically. And I'm just praying to God that she doesn't come, because I'm reading up all this stuff about how the baby may not survive and her just being so small. Like, I was scared. After maybe 3 or 4 days of being in the hospital, they were just like, you know, we're going to just prep you just in case we got to take this baby out because she is not cooperating right. So I was hooked up to these monitors. I'm going to try to throw in like a picture here or there so you guys can follow me in. They was basically prepping me, gave me blood, ended up giving me magnesium. Oh yeah, because I forgot to tell you guys that I ended up getting preeclampsia. They did test my urine and it came back positive for preeclampsia. And if you don't know what that is severely high, dangerous blood pressure in pregnancy. So they gave me magnesium, which is like the worst thing ever on earth to have. It makes you feel so bad and like groggy, like you don't want to be messed with by anybody, you don't want to be around people, and you are extremely hot. Like, y'all, I was burning up. Like, everybody in my room was freezing and I was just hot. But on top of that, I ended up getting sick from my sickle cell, y'all. And that's a whole nother video. I can explain to y'all what that is. So with me being sick and not being able to get any meds, I ended up having to suffer in pain that whole night. And when I tell you, that was like the worst experience of my life. I was just praying to God and begging him to take this pain away and just make me better so that I can go home. Then the doctor came in and was like, you're absolutely not going home because you have preeclampsia, and we definitely have to watch that. So by the time you go home, you'll be giving birth. And I was kind of upset because I actually wanted to prepare and like do a hospital video of me going in and all that good stuff that you see on YouTube. But I did not get that experience at all, y'all. Like, I was hurt, and I was like, oh my God, I'm only, like, by this time when she said that, I was 28 weeks, and she was like, we're gonna try to hold the baby till 30 weeks. But then later that next day, they were just like, we're just gonna go ahead and take her because we can't keep having your high blood pressure going up extremely high and then you just being sick like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and take her. This way it won't risk you or the baby's life. And I was kind of just freaking out. Like, at this point, it's automatically considered C-section because it's way too early to deliver vaginally and dangerous. I feel like it would have been dangerous because she was too small, but I was already prepped for my C-section because I knew they knew that that was going to happen. Everybody came in, all my family, they was just so happy, and I'm just freaking out, and I'm just like, can I please not be put to sleep? Because with my high blood pressure being up that high, I want to know like what's going on. You know, I was thinking I was going to die because I don't know why. I just thought I was going to die because my blood pressure was up too high, and I wanted to know what was going on. I wanted to see my baby, all that. I did not want to be put to sleep. And the doctors came in, they explained to me what was going to happen. My family said goodbye to me, then they rolled me out. They rolled me out the door. And after that, we went to the operating room. I sat on the table. They moved me to a different table. I had to like bend over while they put the epidural in my back and had to stay completely still, or you can like go paralyzed or whatever. I don't know. They didn't say that, but that's what I hear. You can go paralyzed if you move. So in my head, I was just like, stay still. It did not hurt, y'all. People, they over exaggerate epidural. It's like the best thing in the world because I couldn't feel nothing at all. And it worked completely fine. And it just, as soon as they put it in, I couldn't feel anything. Like, I was peeing and I could not feel it. But they had a little catheter in me, so I couldn't even feel that. I was telling them I had to pee before we went to surgery, but they was like, we'll just put the catheter in and you won't have to pee anymore. And I didn't even feel myself peeing, which is weird. But anyways, after that, I was in surgery for maybe 20 minutes. I could feel them tugging on my stomach, but I could not feel the actual pain, if you get what I'm saying. I felt pressure from them pulling, stitching, and doing whatever they was doing down there. And then I heard my beautiful, beautiful baby girl be born. Sweetest cries I've ever heard. And I was just thanking God that, wow, you know, I really just had a baby. Like, it didn't hit me right then and there. And I'm just blessed that, you know, everything went out how it was supposed to. And we took pictures of her before they sent her to the NICU, and she stayed there for about 2 months, and I have a video on that, so you guys can go and watch that. But that was my labor and delivery story. Sometimes labor and delivery doesn't go how you expect it to go. I never expected me to have a C-section. I always wanted to have a natural birth, like as in pushing her out the normal way. And I wanted to have her like not that early. Like, I was just starting to show. So that kind of like bothered me because I was like, wow, I'm just starting to show and it's time to go into labor. So that kind of took away from the pregnancy. But I'm just thankful that God brought me to be here today and have a beautiful daughter with no health complications like I do. She's just a blessing. Like, we love her. But that was my labor and delivery story. I wish I could remember everything, but I can't. It's kind of blurry, and I was going to do this video a long time ago, but I got a baby now, and it's kind of hard to like record when she's always crying, but I love her. Just make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for the next video.